Welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm Shay Pausa. Today in What's Cooking, we have some very special guests, Chef Maria Helm Sinskey and her little girls. If you love the taste of homemade sourdough bread, you're going to want to see this. They're going to teach us how to make sourdough starter. Take a look.
We love crusty sourdough bread fresh from the oven, but it all starts with a starter. And today we're going to make some starter using organic grapes. And then we're going to squish these grapes, and it's going to release some of the juices. The yeasts that are on the skins will feed off the flour. And so in a couple of days we'll have this fabulously fragrant starter, and we're going to go and we're going to make some really yummy bread. So why don't you put that in the bowl? And now is the fun part. We're going to squish it with our hands. If you find that it's taking a really long time to crush them with your hands, you can always take a potato masher and just get right in there and just smash them. Okay, why don't you measure a cup of flour? Here's a cup of water. Mix it really well. So you want to mix the flour
until it's smooth.
A nice smooth paste, right. There you go. Pour those in. So mix the grapes in well. So I'm just going to put this in a nice warm corner of the kitchen. One more day and we'll see what's happening.
See you tomorrow.
I think we have signs of life. See those bubbles in there? So we're going to feed this today so that it has the energy to go on to day 3. So Ella, do you want to measure a quarter cup of flour? We're going to add the water first, Lexi. I want you to pour that in. This is warm water. We want to keep the temperature up so they can keep feeding because yeast love warm water. Hey Ella, why don't we put the flour in? Okay, stir that in, Lex. Once it's relatively smooth, it's done. So back this is going to go into another warm spot. What we have under this nice thick cover is a bowl of bubbling starter. And we want to take the crust off so it doesn't form lumps. So now we're going to add 1 cup of warm water. And the water is going to loosen up the starter, and it's going to make it easier to strain because at this point we don't need the grapes anymore. So just whisk it. You get a heaping cup of flour. First I'm going to strain this. We'll just push it through with this. The grapes have done their job, they're tired, we're just going to discard them. And now that we've used them, we don't need them anymore. Want to give this a big stir? Okay, well that's good. Now we have to give this a little bit of a rest place because we want to see that's strong enough to make a loaf of bread rise. There's something really rewarding about having starter on your shelf. I always label and date things, that way I never lose track of time. And if you do this in the morning, by the end of the day you should be able to see if it's strong enough. High five. Look at that thing, it went almost to the top of the jar. I'd say that this is a strong starter. I think we're going to make some bread now. After we take the cup out, we're going to use that to do a sponge for our bread. But you want to keep feeding so it doesn't explode as we're going to put the lid on and we're going to make a hole in it. There you go. And it's actually not a starter, it's a living thing, so treat it like a pet. Say hello to your new pet.
You can get the full recipe in the Daily Dish blog and more on making your own sourdough bread. Be sure to check out also Maria's new book, Williams-Sonoma Family Meals, Creating Traditions in the Kitchen. Sounds like a good thing. Thanks for spending part of your day with SheKnows.com. I'm Shay Pausa. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching She Knows TV. Look for more of the Daily Dish at SheKnows.com.